What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on a I don't know if it's a trend or something that's going on as far as like women like leaving their professional jobs in order to be like OF models, and trying to make money um on those OF platforms and websites, right? And the reason why this came across my timeline is because I've been seeing like women who are like I said, professional women. There was a flight attendant recently that lost her job for taking suggestive photographs and pictures and stuff like that. Then I saw like another young lady who worked at she was like working at a nursing home, and she was taking pictures with the patients and stuff like that, right? And you see teachers, you see police officers and stuff like that. These women who who think that going to OnlyFans to make money is like the thing to do. And a lot of times these women, in most cases, they find out that it's not a good decision. Once you put pictures and stuff like that up on the internet, they up there forever. And really, you don't even make any money. Like most of these women end up broke, and so I have some audio to support that, the fact that these women, when they, once they join OnlyFans and they find out, that like there's not a lot of money in it, then they're disappointed. Those pictures are out there, and then and that's something that they cannot take back. And so I'm gonna place a few clips of audio and just let you hear what this young lady who was on OnlyFans and what she had to say about like the amount of money or the lack of money that it is in OnlyFans. Let me see what is it. The lack of money.
Walker tree. So let's get into
So
it.
we've had, Nala Ray, who says she made $14 million on as an OnlyFans, entertainer. I don't know the term, but then we had Black China, who says she was making like $20 million a month at her height. Is that the reality for most girls, or is it like what is the?
Yeah, this is like a personal, I guess, like pet peeve I have when people just in general like interview OnlyFans girls. How much did you make? Dang. Well, the reality is the average wage of an OnlyFans creator
Yeah.
is $180 a month. So there's
$180 a month. That's for the average, and so that I mean $180 per month. That's way less than minimum wage. And like the trade-off, in my opinion, is not really worth it. And let's be clear, I don't think that for any amount of money that exposing yourself, taking nude pictures and stuff like that on the internet and trying to sell them to people is a good thing for any amount of money. But then you wind up getting paid $180 a month, and then and after that, those pictures are still out there. And so, that's why I can't, especially mature women, older women who should know better. That like young girls are waiting till they turn 18, and they just can't wait till they turn 18 so they can go on this platform and try to make money. And the thing about it is like each one of these young ladies, even if they was to watch interviews like this and they was to see that most people don't make money, they would still try it because everybody thinks that they're the one, they're the it girl. They're special, they're different from everybody else. They don't see any harm in it. And so that's why, in my opinion, it just don't really make any sense for these young ladies to fall for this you know, to sign up for OnlyFans and things like that. But I'm gonna play another clip. But before I play this next clip, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and play this clip, and then I'll make some comments. Hold on, let me see what I want. I want 850, 858.
Think about it from a business perspective. Imagine all these nameless and faceless people that have 100, 200 followers. They think that they can jump on, they're going to make all this money because they're comparing it to a Cardi B, who's an international singer.
Yeah.
Of course, she can pull in these people, and it's that curiosity. I want to see more of Cardi B. She hypersexualizes herself. I can talk to Cardi B. No way, dang, or whoever it is.
Yeah.
So it makes sense because they have the people to pull.
Yeah.
So someone like Nala, she speaks about, I've listened to a lot of her stuff. Dude, she's like, I went hard. There's another girl from the Bop House who talks about this. She's like, I'll have the 4 to 5 TikTok accounts. I'm posting 20 times a day.
That is crazy. That's a lot of work. Like, to post 20 times a day and still, don't make a lot of money. It just don't make any sense. And like this young lady said, when you're talking about somebody who's a star, like any famous entertainer, any female entertainer, they have an audience built in already. So if they choose to go to OnlyFans and try to sell pictures or whatever they try to do on OnlyFans, then it's different because they have a large pool of fans to draw from. But for the average person, for the average female who's just starting out, and you only probably have like a handful of subscribers and stuff like that, it's you really, I don't know why they don't really take OnlyFans down. I know they at first OnlyFans was like supposed to only be for for superstars and stuff like that, right? But now you have other people getting on the site trying to make money, and what they're doing is they're ruining their future. Because once those pictures are out there, it's going to be hard for you to get married, relationships, because people don't want that stigma of being in a relationship with somebody who is a OnlyFans model or somebody who used to be an OnlyFans model. And like I said, you see police officers and people in the military, women in the military who put their careers at risk to do this. And I can't understand it. This is something that you can't take back. So let me you know what? I want to read some comments, because some of these people had post some really great comments. Like one person said, Trump, please ban OnlyFans. Right. Let me see. Which, I don't know if that would be on Trump's agenda. Financially struggling, broke, really bad, and still selling pictures and still winding up broke. And even after that, you'll end up emotionally damaged. Let me see. This is another person that says, I hope it gets shut down. We need more morals in our society. And and the thing about this is, man, it's just so many people, so many women are really falling for this type of website, whereas though you can go on there, they think that you like I said, you think you're going to make some money. Let me see. Making yourself unmarriageable for $200 on OnlyFans is a sad story. And you can also go on to like a lot of women that was on OnlyFans, like they post like how they regret doing it, and how at the time when they first started, they thought it was, it wasn't going to, no harm done. Like if they don't really blow up on there, then, nobody's going to see it and no harm done. But that's not the situation. That's not the truth. A lot of those women most of those women wind up regretting it, because the vast majority don't make money on OnlyFans when they do this stuff like that. Let me see. I'd be humiliated if I showed off my balloon knot and my cat and made less than minimum wage, ruin my eligibility for marriage. Yeah, no refunds, no sympathy. They made their choice. And I kind of agree with that post right there as far as sympathy. I think it's enough information out there for people to know that to know better than to do this, and that being on OnlyFans is not really going to work out for these young ladies. But you'll still have, like I said, you'll still have people who want to try this and think that they're going to be the exception to the rule, but that's not the case, and I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I want to know, like, are women doing this like in the name of like like independence, like to show that they're strong and independent? I don't know. Or are they doing it for like for validation from men? Because you do see a lot of ladies, not just on OnlyFans, but you see them on like Instagram, and probably on a lot of other websites where they get to take, these thirst trap type pictures and post them and get, just get attention from men. But I don't really see the benefit in it. Yeah, I don't know, but let me know, what do you think? Like, what is the benefit for women to to go into these platforms, to go into social media and take these subjective type of pictures, right? I mean, I just can't get it. I want to know why women, want to do this. Is it, like I said, it's for the independence? They don't think it's going to do any harm, or is it for the money? I'm not sure. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, leave a message, and let me know what you think. I'm curious to know what you think. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.